I bet you would like more protein in your diet, more fiber in your diet, more antioxidants to provide fight against infection and viruses and bacteria. You might want to lower your cholesterol. You might be trying to avoid MSG, monosodium glutamate, because of all the negative effects that it has on your body. Look, y'all, I've got a product today for our Mix and Go collaboration that I think you're going to want to add to your spice cabinet. Welcome to Heritage Ways, y'all. I'm Miss Katie, and it's the weekend. Today's Friday. I've got on my Friday skirt. Every Friday for the past umpteen years, I have worn my Friday skirt. It's a no-brainer day. Today I got up, threw my hair up, put on my Friday skirt, my house apron, and I'm ready to go. This past 2 or 3 Saturdays, we have been talking about mixes, pantry mixes. I've been in this wonderful collaboration with these precious ladies who are friends of mine. I appreciate them so much. 3 of them I've met in person, and I look forward to meeting the 4th one day. So we've got Tammy from Little Jordan Farm. We've got Constance from Cosmopolitan Cornbread, a Good Life Farm. We've got Vicki from Vicky's Country Home, Lori from Whippoorwill Holler, and me, Miss Katie, here at Heritage Ways, where we honor home, celebrate heritage, and spread hope. I'm so thankful to these ladies who were willing to come together in this collaboration called Mix and Go Pantry Mixes. It's true that today I want to talk to you about an item. It's not really a spice, but it's an item that may be new to you. And if it is, I'm glad, because I want to introduce this product to you. It's not hard to find, but you probably might not be aware of it. Now, I want to tell you the benefits, then I want to tell you how to use it, and then I want Mr. Patient to show you a quick little way or another way that you can store and dispense this item. Okay, I've been reading on the internet. I already knew the benefits of this item, but I've been reading a little bit more because I wanted to educate you, and I also took notes. So I hope you don't mind if I refer to my notes, because I didn't want to get something wrong, give you misinformation. I'm also going to tell you where I got the information, but you guys, y'all can go and research yourself on the internet. You can read books about this product, but we're talking about nutritional yeast. Now, what is nutritional yeast? Here we have baker's yeast. I buy it in bulk. This is what I use to make bread when I don't use sourdough. There have been times I've used a little bit of this to start a sourdough starter. But here is your traditional baker's yeast. Okay? That's not what we're talking about today. There's also brewer's yeast, which is the byproduct, the yeast byproduct made after brewing beer. That's not what we're talking about today either. What we're talking about is nutritional yeast. Now, I don't have a fancy label, but I do have a label. And I buy this in bulk. Now, I buy it at the Amish food store in bulk. You can find it at the health food stores in bulk or bags. You can find it on Amazon. If you're interested, I'll put a link down below in case you're interested in clicking on that. If you can't find it anywhere else, or if it's just convenient for you to click on the link and order it. It comes in granules or flakes or powder, and I get the flakes. Comes in fortified and unfortified. But what is it? It is yeast. Now, it's the same product to begin with as all the other yeast, but this is a yeast that is it's produced, grown on molasses, other things, but it's grown on molasses and or sugar cane or beet molasses. I've read different things, but it's grown on that. It's harvested, it's pasteurized, which that's important. That means it's heated and it's killed the live property. So see, this hasn't been heated, your baker's yeast, and that's got, it's living. So when you add your warm water, it proofs because it's living. This has been pasteurized. It's not going to do that. These are not interchangeable, by the way. Do not interchange nutritional yeast and baker's yeast. It's been pasteurized or heated, it's been washed, it's been dried, and it's been either powdered or flaked or however, and then packaged. So that's what it is. Now, it is an immune booster, and it is an easy, delicious way to boost your immune system. It has antiviral properties, antibacterial properties. I do want to stop here and say, please refer to my medical disclaimer below, because I'm not a doctor or a nurse or a healthcare provider. This is just information that I'm sharing with you. I urge you to do your own research and read labels. I think our friends down in Australia call it savory yeast flakes, and there are other names for it too. It has almost like a Parmesan cheese. It's reminiscent of that. It's nutty, cheesy. Vegans use it a lot for all kinds of recipes, but I've had vegan macaroni and cheese, and it was delicious because this is a nutty, cheesy flavor. Well, I want to read to you just a little bit, just a second, about the benefits, and then I'm going to throw together this mix just to show you one in a million ways of how you can use it. I wrote this down because I'll never remember these numbers, and these came from 2 or 3 different websites. All the information was the same. But like I said, you can look it up yourself. I can't remember 2 of the websites I used, but one was healthline.com and another was draxe.com. And another were websites that were not your typical natural health websites. They were more of the allopathic community, meaning the medical community as we know it, doctors, nurses, and hospitals. But they all agree on these same facts and the benefits of nutritional yeast. In 2 tablespoons, there are 40 to 45 calories, 5 to 6 grams of carbs, 8 to 10 grams of protein, 0 to half a gram of fat, 4 grams of fiber, 0 sugar. It also has thiamine, riboflavin, B6, B12, folate, zinc, magnesium, copper, iron, and many more that I didn't write down as far as trace minerals. And since it does have that much fiber, don't just go start pouring it on all your foods if you're not accustomed to it. Just like if you would increase your fiber intake on any food, you would want to go slowly, because, you know, then you're going to have bathroom situations that you didn't want if you go too fast on this. But it's so good for you. All right. And yes, it's been known, or it's been even in the allopathic and the natural health community, it's known to stabilize blood sugar, lower cholesterol, level out the metabolism, help lose weight. You know, the B12 is good for energy. It's good for skin, hair, nails. Of course, the high protein, it can improve digestion, and we've already mentioned the fiber, and that's just a few of the things that this is good for. Let's come in here and let's make a popcorn topping using the nutritional yeast. It's so easy. I'm going to put together a popcorn topping. A tablespoon, and this is a tablespoon. This is from the Polder family. It's not sponsored. This is not an ad, but there is a link down below in our description box of products we love, and the company link is down there if you want to check that out. I'm going to put, this is about a tablespoon, so I'm going to put a tablespoon. I'm going to do 2 because we're going to use this on our popcorn tonight. And this is a mix you can have in your pantry, and you can keep it there. I'm going to do just 1 tablespoon of Himalayan sea salt. This is Redmond's real salt. So 2 parts the yeast, 1 part of the real salt. At this point, I'm going to grind this just a little bit. Now, if you had a coffee grinder that you use as a spice grinder, that's perfect. You can use what you've got. You can just use a jar like this. See? Oh, that works perfectly. Or just grind it up like this. I'm just wanting to powder it. Or if you had a mortar and pestle, which I do in storage, when we settle down, I'll pull out my stuff out of storage and show you what all's in there and start using it again. Yay! Right, now I'm going to add, just know this is versatile, what you're doing. You could add all kinds of things. I'm choosing to add ground rosemary. I love rosemary. And I'm going to do a scant. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, yum. I'm going to do a scant. It's powdered rosemary. I'm going to do a scant tablespoon, because I want the nutty, cheesy flavor to overpower the rosemary. on the popcorns. I know that sounds different. You can use other things, or you can just not add the rosemary. Just the salt. And quite honestly, the nutritional yeast kind of has a little bit of a salty flavor. So I'm going to ask that you experiment with this little mix. I'm going to taste it like this. Very good. Very, very, very good. You could, y'all, it's endless. You could sprinkle this on a casserole. You could sprinkle this on pizza. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. Pizza. You could use this in bread. You could use it as a topping for bread. You could put it with oil to dip bread in. Use it in sauces. It's really good, actually. Cheesy, salty. I love the rosemary. Very good. All right. I have the wonderful Mr. Patient here. He's going to show us how to, another option. Because we've got these shakers that you can get. I get them at thrift stores, but you can get them new at wherever. All over. But you can also use one of these little jelly jars. And then a used lid. It's got written on there applesauce. And some people do. Most people don't reuse the lids for canning, but you can use them for storing things.
Okay. Alright, so what I do is I take the lid that I want to do the holes in, and I put it on the jar. And then I just take a, depending on the size of what you're wanting to put in it, you need to adjust your hole size. And this is really fun, so I'm using just a small screwdriver, or what works well also is an ice pick. So basically I just, wherever I want the hole, and I hold it and just kind of punch it. See there? Can you see that? And you just do a series. Make it a little bigger.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't make it. Big? Yeah, I wouldn't make it bigger than that. That's a little big.
Okay. And then you just do a series of holes.
And in this case, it's pretty fine. I wouldn't do more than 4 or 5.
Right
I don't know.
Well, why don't I just leave them right here, and then when you shake it, you can just shake it.
That's fine. See, there's a lot of options, aren't there?
So I'll put one there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put one there.
All right. The point is, you can make a shaker bottle. Okay.
Right.
Now, what happens with humidity? What are you going to do about that? Keeping it dry.
Well, what you can do is when you're not using it or need to use it, you just take a regular lid.
Actually, you put that
Can you put it on that?
Yeah, you do.
Can you do that?
Okay. Yes, sir. That's what I do.
So you double lid it.
You do.
There you go.
There you go.
See? And then when you want to use it, pop that lid out, and there you go.
I'm going to just put this. Now, what I did with this, y'all, I told you a while ago, but, I mean, I actually just, to get it fine, but like I said, if you had a coffee grinder that you used for grinding spices. That's it. We'll shake it on our popcorn, and I'll label it, of course. I just love the cheesy flavor of it, and it's so healthy.
So what makes the cheesy flavor?
The nutritional yeast.
Okay.
So it's healthy salt.
I mean, I know we use nutritional yeast on popcorn on a regular basis, but I didn't know if that was what made it the cheesy taste.
It is. Now you've learned something. And
Good.
He's right.
I can call it a day.
We have used nutrition. Speaking of calling it a day, you've worked hard today. I can smell. I mean, tell.
She's a poet, don't know it.
You have worked hard today. So when he comes in from working hard, I can smell. I mean, tell. And I just comment and say, wow, you've worked hard today. That's code for
take a shower.
Okay, so I'll see you. Showers that way. I hope you enjoyed this way to use nutritional yeast. I hope that if it's new to you, you will try it. You'll look for it, try it. And I sure have enjoyed meeting so many new folks that we've met through this collaboration. I hope you'll tell your friends about Heritage Ways. Thank you so very much for being here. And if you believe in our mission to push back the darkness and spread hope, I will see you next time. In there. So I'm going to ask Mr. Patient to show you another way. Whoa. I just threw it everywhere. I'm going to ask him to throw you. Oh my goodness, people. Let me start all over. It's hot in here. I can't think. Need some nutritional yeast to help me think better. Okay, let's start that all over again.